Uh, Recording in progress.
What up, FA podcast? It's Mario. Uh,
Mario,
look at look at this crew. Oh yeah, go ahead, David. You want to do my intro, bro? You're always good at it.
what's up, FA Podcast? This is Mario from Final Approach. We're coming to you live with the end of the season recap or some shit like that. Oh, dude, was this gonna work? It's gonna be sick. Oh, my head's right in the way. Check it out.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mint, mint.
That is pretty good. But yeah, but now you're in the dog blind. You're no, just stay there. You're in the blind. Yeah, you're Nitro.
Come on, dude. That's actually a good
Hey
photo.
Ty, I'm gonna get a bunch of these made for you, little miniature geese, so we can just like
Oh, for all the pie facing.
yeah.
Just cut, two holes in it, and
Here,
then
let
we
me
can
dip.
strap it around the head.
Hold
You
Here,
got
on.
let me do
Oh,
so you can see. So hey, we're gonna do this. And we're just gonna do this, or else.
it.
Hey, or else we could do this. Hey, take two.
Horse blinders. Oh, yeah, that's what we need right there
So
for sure.
so everybody shoots their lane like this. That's all you can see. Just this straight. This way. That's it.
Guaranteed, people are still shooting the same bird.
Damn right.
Listen, 100% shooting the same bird. Not even a question. So, oh my God, that's funny. Hey, so you haven't even met David yet. David
No,
hasn't been up because he's always playing soccer. That's why. He's got a real job.
yeah,
Like that's a real job.
it's because you won't give me a fun job yet. So,
Here we go with this crap. My God.
oh my God,
You
can
organize this.
hold on. Can we get this time out?
I
We're almost.
asked for it.
Hold
So
on.
on today's podcast, we're doing an end of season. So on this goat rope of what we're gonna do, Kyle is up here in the corner over there. That butt wipe over there. Kyle's working on some guns, so he's in his garage. Kyle's obviously from Weatherby and handles all that. So below me, right there, is old DB, David Bingham. ML, hold on. David Bingham, MLS soccer star and goalie for the Charlotte FC Charlotte. How was that?
Honestly, I'm still looking for cool photos for my background, but
Whatever. And then, hold on, I gotta get my fingers right. And then down there, over there, that way.
for now.
Big Tyler Mann, Saskatchewan Goose Company, the Lord of the Beards. It's looking good, bro.
thanks. I combed it before I come on here.
That's good. Did you get all the dead meat out of it? So
No,
up
we
at
didn't
Mann's
actually.
Meats.
No, we didn't cut today. We're
Oh,
switching gears here. We're getting ready for bear season.
you waiting?
Sounds like a personal question, but masturbating? Yes, we're masturbators up here.
Kids, you'll learn something on this podcast, I can tell you
No,
that.
no, we have too much snow still. We're just getting all our
Oh,
barrels ready. We just unloaded a whole pile of half a semi load of candy and marshmallows and icing sugar. So that's what we did today. But we got
David
to do.
wants no part of that. He's just like, listen, David has one gear, so I don't even know if you get along with him. He's got one gear, and it's dogs and ducks, that's it, and geese. And it's like, no bears, no fishing, no ditch chickens, no turkeys, no grouse. Look at, nothing.
We
Nothing
don't
does.
have anything. There's nothing to shoot up here right now, so we have to shoot some bears.
Yeah,
That's what we're getting ready to shoot over here.
yeah. We're going up. That's Cole's graduation present, David, is going up and shooting a bear at Tyler's.
No bears for me.
That's bro, that's a pretty good dad present right there.
No doubt.
Oh, he's gonna
I'm a
love it.
pretty good guy, right? Plus we're gonna fish. We are gonna rip some lips off
Fishing is
out
going to
there.
be really good.
Oh my God. I don't even care about the bears. Like I can't wait to rip some lips. Like I'm so ready. Um, so let's go over like, man, this almost should be therapy. It's Ty, you guys did okay. Like Canada was even a struggle. We'll start talking to you and then we're gonna go through. But like, listen, you could ask David and Kyle, like the rest of the season down here, like we called it the goat rope. Like the whole season was a goat rope. Like I'd never seen the shit that I've seen this year, I've never seen in my life hunting. Like, and we'll talk about a bunch of it, but let's start with you as far as Canada. Like, did you think everything was normal?
No, not even close.
Yeah,
Like out of the gate, everything started out like,
September.
yeah, September 1st, everything was on par. We did good the first
Right,
couple weeks, and then
right,
we were waiting for like our push of Ross geese,
right.
and we never got them. We never got our Ross. We really didn't shoot. Like last year, we pounded them. This year, we hardly shot anything. I think maybe if we shot 50, that would be a lot for us. And
Jeez.
I don't think we shot our 50 Ross geese, which is very uncommon. And then our snow geese were actually, we got our push of snow geese right at the end of September, which
Right.
is pretty late for us. So everything, I think, in my opinion, everything was 2 weeks late. Um,
And then
we did good. And then, yeah, right at the end when I thought we were going to be piling them up, when you guys came up, it was kind of slow
for
for
sure.
ducks. We had to sit for a while. The ducks were sitting. It really wasn't home run stuff at the end like it normally is. Um, and then, you know, fast forward a little bit. So then we got done hunting. Me and the guides took off and went to Argentina for 4 or 5 days. We had a really good hunt there. Came back, had our deer hunters show up
Right.
middle of
Remember,
November. We shot our deer, and when we were done
that was the
guiding our
first.
deer, we were shooting ducks like crazy. The ducks were here at like we almost hunt. I forget what me and Andy were doing. Like we would cut meat in the butcher shop. Andy would go set decoys. We'd burn over, shoot our ducks, come back home, clean them, finish up our day, and we were doing that all the time until it froze up and they were gone. But like
Yeah, but that wasn't until when? December.
just about December.
Yeah.
Like it was I think it was the last third week, end of the third week of November when we finally didn't have them anymore.
We had to put, well, Kyle didn't get to go. Kyle was in Australia, so he didn't get to go to Canada this year. So then when did you start, Kyle?
When I got back from Australia about a week after.
And you
But
started in Wyoming, right? Or where did you start? Montana,
well, no, I guess technically I did start in Montana on the opener.
right?
We had like, 3 days of just burn them and then they were gone. All the locals were. So
Well, yeah, you had local ducks.
yeah, but no, we didn't. We went to the Great Lakes in like mid-November, second week of
Oh, that's
November.
right. That's
Yeah,
right. You put the
went and
shit.
shot divers, and they were stale.
Right.
So I mean, we shot some. Wasn't fantastic, wasn't bad, but they were stale.
Well, by the time David got done with soccer, which was the middle of October, right, bro?
November.
Or I'm sorry, you're right. Middle, is that what I said? Or October?
I think the
November,
first
yeah.
week of November.
So by the time he got out here, or got to Cali and then up to here, like we were pretty stale. Like we had our local ducks. Maybe we had a little bit of a push, but it was rough. Like you were shooting some down there though.
Yeah. Cali's all right that time of year. We
Yeah.
went down to the Lower River and got him in Oregon, but it
Yeah, we
wasn't.
had a couple days, but it was like,
It's
yeah,
not great.
so like shit that I've never seen. And then we go to Colorado and do that whole swing through there in December, and it's not normal there. And they're like, you know, I don't know. The whole year was just stick your head in the bucket. And it all started with you, Tyler. You Canada screwed it all up.
I honestly, like, no joke. We normally are done like when you guys come, like the 20th,
Yeah,
the
at the end.
25th. Yeah, the 25th of October. We're kind of, starting to pack it in, and in all seriousness, probably some of our best hunting for the whole year
Was
we
after
could have
that.
had in November, and we had no clients, and you can't book them because we're froze normally that time.
Right.
But
That
like,
never happens.
yeah, like we were hunting our whitetail, and I was hunting in sweaters and jeans.
Yeah, and I mean, guys in Canada, I mean, the guys south of you that were on the border, they were still pounding them in December, going all the way through. You know what I mean? Like we just had no migration. Nothing moved in any big waves. And then if they moved, like they moved right past us, like Kyle, like David, when we were in Colorado and that whole swing, right? I guarantee you a bunch of birds went right past us or right past there because we weren't even seeing close to the numbers we should have saw there at that time of the year. It was freaking 8th of December. We should be in the heat of it.
Yeah, no, and there was a lot of birds too. I want to say like, what was it, about 9 or 10 days after we left that suddenly pushed through and we're in
Yeah,
there.
Mike Miller's ripping them.
Yeah.
Should have been here this week. You
We
get
should have
those,
stayed in Oregon.
get those texts. What, David?
We should have stayed in Oregon and just changed everyone's flights to come to Oregon because we were
Should have just waited.
I'd have
no,
been
we were pounding them on the river 2 days before we left. We should have just stayed in Oregon.
Shit. I mean, it never fails. And then, oh my God, Kyle, you didn't go to California. You thank God you didn't go because wait till you see the episode of that shit that went on there. Like, like,
What
like Ty, you always talk about like the guides breaking shit and doing shit down there. Wait till you see this deal. Like, David's truck is like three different times he's spinning wheels in the mud and it almost goes in the river. And Steve is, oh, don't shake your head. And Steve is
wasn't
yelling at him, bro, you're gonna put it in the river.
not even a river, like it's a levee.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
levee that
The
flooded
levee
out.
was up
It's not
like
a river.
Just a
30
little
feet.
puddle. Just a little
Hey,
puddle.
the
I was
levee was moving like you could have washed the freaking boat down it. You could have washed the Titanic down it, and it's up 30 feet and it's ripping. And he's like, "Ah, yeah, we're good."
we're fine. We got out
So
of there,
was anybody queued up with like a rock when the Chevy sank? I'm just wondering.
buddy. Chevy's not sinking. You're not sinking that bad boy.
Oh, bro, that would have went right down. Like go wrong.
We had plenty of space, honestly.
It could have been worse. It could have been a Dodge, for Christ's sake. The wheels would have just spun off right there through the
No
mud.
doubt.
The
No
whole
doubt.
front end would fall off.
Oh my God. So, I mean, it was nonstop like madness. Like I said, the shit that I saw this year, I don't think I hope I never see again because no migration, no real weather. It was cold in Colorado and that when we went over there. And did it get cold by you, Kyle, or no?
It didn't get cold till
Yeah. How late?
shoot, I don't first week of January, late December, like
Mm.
maybe.
Yeah.
We didn't
So
even get our snow till February.
yeah.
Yeah, we
So
didn't,
Ty,
honest to God, we haven't got anything for snow hardly. Like we had some sledders here, like we had more snow than last year, but we had about 2.5 weeks of real cold, like minus 30, minus 40. And then like right away it went up to like +6,
Yeah.
And today, like today was +6 and we should still be, we're almost out of snow. Like everywhere I went today driving around, there wasn't a whole lot of snow. We have the most snow around and
I
there's
got
not
snow. You
much.
can have it.
No, I don't want it.
We just got 10 inches on like Tuesday.
did you really?
Mm-hmm. And it
David,
was
what's
wet
it?
and heavy. It's not like our normal Wyoming snow.
Mm-mm.
David, what's it over there? 70?
Beautiful. It's like 75 this week.
And I mean, it's normal here. It's 50 and raining.
Yeah.
So like we're normal. David's normal. You
Mhm.
guys aren't normal right now. I mean, who knows what's
No.
going to go on. But I've never seen anything like it. So Ty, like you said, like you guys didn't get cold and didn't get snow and didn't get nothing until later. I mean,
Yeah, like it was
you're
just, I don't know.
directly above of Kyle. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You're in that Montana, Wyoming trough where the birds come down. They never needed to leave southern.
Well, there was no reason. There was nobody was really hunting the bird. Like there's not a whole pile of pressure. Like when the outfitters kind of stop, then the
Right.
pressure is done.
Right.
But normally guys go till we didn't have freeze up, so those birds didn't have to push out and they literally stayed until there was, because we didn't have snow.
Right.
and we
They didn't
didn't
have to
have the
dig
cold.
2 feet
So
under.
until everything locked up, we didn't even lose our birds. And we weren't. It was just me and Andy, like shooting
Yeah.
eight ducks each. Like we were even shooting greenheads. It was crazy. We weren't even shooting the hens. There was that many ducks.
I need to see pictures of that because I don't believe
We
it.
don't take pictures of greenheads, only hens.
The quality.
Quality,
Well,
yeah, quality. Well, see,
well,
we're saving them for all you guys. We're doing you guys a favor by shooting the hens.
you
Fix
guys
the
are
ear on us.
so
We don't have to
thoughtful.
pick them out.
You you guys are
Uh,
so thoughtful.
well, we don't discriminate up here. Everybody gets it the same.
So I'm ordering like a derivative of a hat that just says "Make ducks migrate again." That's all I need.
Well,
That's all.
Red?
it was cold, like I said, for 2.5 weeks, and then really it hasn't. We did get some snow, but we probably didn't have a month of like hardly any snow that we didn't get snow, which is very weird.
Hey, can you be on this podcast with three Americans and not get in trouble right now with what's going on?
Well,
Like,
I had to pay a tariff to get on here, so other than that, it wasn't too bad. It was only 25%, wasn't too bad.
well, I figured I'd just give you a low tariff. I wouldn't hit you too hard because we are kind of friends.
Yeah,
So,
that's fine. But what we're doing here is I have to pay the tariff now. Wait till you guys come up here. Like the tariff is there's interest and all
wait,
kinds
wait,
of hidden clauses.
wait. Don't you pay the tariffs?
Well, yeah, now I
Oh,
do, but yeah, I'm just gonna give them to you guys anyways.
It's that kind of that pass on economics.
Oh yeah, for
oh
sure.
yeah, yeah, kids, if you're listening, this is for sure an economic lesson for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. So, oh, well, I hope to God like we don't go through that again. I mean, the thing about it like sales wise and everything else, like we still sold a normal amount of gear, right? Like no problem, decoys, bags, blinds, the whole deal. Like it wasn't like people were quitting because we're all nuts, so we just keep going no matter how terrible it is or good it is or whatever, we just keep going. So I didn't see anything there, but I am interested in seeing if, after a really bad shit year like that, do we lose some hunter numbers, you know? What
I
do
don't
you,
know
you
if you
don't think
lose.
that?
I don't think you lose. I don't think you lose numbers. Like I don't know. It just maybe it'll make some guys sit out for a bit, but I don't think you lose them. You know.
You don't think, David? You don't think
Nah,
guys will pack it in like the guys
nah,
that are always on the fence?
the guys that really hunt are going to keep hunting because we're stupid. And then you have the other weekend warriors that go out like 3 times a year, and they go out just to watch the sunrise most of the time anyway. So
I know,
Yeah.
but do we lose those guys like that that only go a couple days? You think that, well, and who knows? Listen, maybe the guys that only went a couple times, maybe they're the smart ones. Maybe they hit it right on and they had, 4 or 5 bangers and freaking last year was great. You know what I mean? But I wish there was guys like that, but I haven't met any. Like we were at, SHOT Show, Turkey Show. I was at the show in England, in Germany. I've been everywhere, and it's like, hey, how was duck season? Everybody just, gives you
See,
one of those.
I don't think you lose guys over the poor migration. I think like for us, I'm going to speak for Canada anyways, but I think you lose more guys just because the price of everything. Like we got the tariffs. You got that's looming over our heads. The
Oh,
carbon tax increase 20%, 25, whatever the hell that is.
right.
You start looking. Whatever 10
Cost of
years
everything.
ago. I'm just going to put 10 years into because that's about how long we've been outfitting, like I've owned my business for. You could buy a box of shells for 10 or $11, you
Sure.
know and now we're paying almost $30 a box of shells.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so you're
everything.
$30 a box.
Yeah.
Your fuel is $1.60 a liter. It cost me 200 and something dollars to fill my pickup truck up.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, if I did not own my outfitting business, and I get paid to go hunting, I don't think I could do it as many days as I do now, right?
For sure. For sure. Yeah.
So
Everything's gone up.
you think about if you're going to come up here and bird hunt, you're going to have at least 3 boxes of shells. So there's $100
Yeah.
before you then your duck stamp and your license, and that's reasonable for us.
Sure.
But you got a spot. You look at what happens with the stuff going on with China. Like, what are decoy prices going to go up? Are shells going to go up more? Like
Everything's gone
I've
up.
already bought enough shells to last me the next 2 years. I've ordered that many because
Oh,
I
then
feel with the tariffs and
yeah.
and that's for my whole business because I think
Yeah.
the prices are going to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kyle can go into his guns and everything else, but yeah, we're getting hit with 20% right out of the gate, and we're looking at every way to try to save some money and getting stuff here and what to do and packaging or whatever money we could save so we don't have to pass more money on. We're gonna eat some of it, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, like we're not gonna be as profitable, but we can't eat all of it, so we're gonna try to pass on the least amount to the customer that we can. The good thing is for you guys in Canada, I know everything else went up, but there's no tariffs from China to you, so you're safe right now. But like if Kyle sends stuff up from here up to there, you know, Trumpy Dumpty has him screwed, like
Oh,
it's
it's not even just the brands that we're associated with, it's everybody in general. And that I think is going to deter more hunters. Because
yeah,
when everything's more money up here, and I'm going to speak for Canadians, because you guys may be a little bit different in the prices of stuff, but like you got to start spending $100 on ammunition. I'm not saying you're going to shoot $100 worth, but that's
right,
kind of what you want to have.
yeah,
You're going to lose all your weekend warriors. You're going to lose, most of the guys because they can't afford to go out and spend $400 or $500 to go on a duck hunt.
yeah. Well, and they might just go and do, you know, it's
Turkey
probably
hunting.
cheaper to go shoot a deer or an elk or something else. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah, like our local hunters. Yeah, I would say yeah.
Right. Right. So, um, uh, what are you thinking, Kyle? Like, you're getting hamstring sending stuff up to Canada.
Yeah, it's not fun right now. I mean, anything like, our 307 rifle line, Mark 5 rifle line, anything that's made in America right now, it's 25% going up. So that pretty much right there has just killed off a chunk of my market. Our shotguns, luckily, because we work with partners in other countries to make them, are
Right.
still going up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're watching our Canadian buds up there just literally getting hamstrung. I mean, another 20% carbon tax on top of already having,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, inflation just climbing. At a
Yeah.
certain point, disposable income is disposable income. No one's going to have it. No one's going to be able to afford to do anything but go to work and go home.
Oh, exactly. And I feel like that's been going on, but with this tariff and the carbon tax, I think that's gonna hurt a lot of Canadians anyways. Like there's no way you rewind when I was in school and you would work a part-time job and whatever you had for shells, you go to Walmart or Canadian Tire and buy as many shells as you can possibly have and go duck
Right.
hunting and guys were
Burn them up.
splitting a box of shells and we would be fine with it.
Yeah.
Now you got to work like what's minimum wage? You got to work like 2 or 3 hours to get a box of shells.
Yeah. To burn them up. Right.
By the time you pay tax on it, you
They
pay
go.
your income tax. You got to work 3 hours to buy a box of shotgun shells at minimum wage.
They go quicker than that 3 hours too.
No shit.
Listen, you could just be independently wealthy like David and just be all right and all set. And I would say,
Listen, I don't have a body to play soccer. I'm going to tell you that right now. Not really that fast.
come on, you're selling yourself short.
Well, I know I look aerodynamic with this beard and this big black wall you see on here, but I am not a soccer player.
I have seen you run, and I got to agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
This isn't a game, people. This is real life.
Yeah.
Oh, um, I do want to talk about which David, I didn't even like talk to you about it yet, but Tyler and I have been talking and he was saying, some of the landowners and farmers up there, they're pretty obviously pissed at America right now. So I think if you are a non-resident going up to freelance, I think you are going to have some troubles getting on property
Hmm.
because I don't think, I mean, you told me farmers are already talking about how pissed off they are about everything. Like, obviously, us, right? I mean, I didn't do it. David didn't do it. Kyle didn't do it. But guess what? We're going to feel the heat if we try to freelance up in Canada.
Oh yeah, there's like I get asked, I don't know, like I see I'm in because with the beach shop, I do see all the farmers, and
Right.
a lot of them ask me the same thing, and you know, honestly, I'm worried, and I live here, and I have really big ties to the community, and I'm worried. I think it's going to be a game changer here if the tariffs are still on come the fall.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think there's already some guys north of me talking about it. I've heard some guys in other towns, some cattle guys talking about it at some of the stockyards. They may not let Americans on because of this. And like I told them, I said it's not the people. Like we
Yeah.
don't like what Trudeau does. It doesn't mean you guys have to hate us because what he does,
Because
right?
of
Like
him, right?
we don't have a say.
Right.
So regardless if you voted for Trump or you didn't, it doesn't matter. It's not you, the American people, that are putting these tariffs on. And that's what I'm trying to say to them. But some of
Correct.
them don't care. And that's their own that's their land. So they can do whatever they want.
They can do
And
right.
and I just think like freelancers, it's going to be a different ball game this year. It's going to
Yeah.
be a different ball game for American owned outfitters and businesses. I think some of us Canadian guys are still worried. Like I've talked to some Canadian guys and we're worried. And we live here, 365
Yeah.
and have multiple businesses or whatever and have ties to the community. And we're still, you know, people don't realize like how big this is.
Well, like think about it. Like, okay, so I don't freelance, but I come up to go to Brad's, then come to you, or I stop at Canadian Tire in Calgary. So if I do that, I come up, stop in BC because that's my halfway, right? I stop in Old Fernie, BC, right? Hit the ski town, grab a hotel, grab food, grab fuel, grab a Timmy Hortons on the way out of town in the morning, right? Get on the, what was that for, David? Ease up. Don't,
Tim Hortons. Oh man.
come
Oh,
on, bro.
that you're
You're in the
swearing. You're
rain.
swearing now.
He is.
You're
He's talking
swearing.
dirty. Oh my
Tim.
God. That's terrible. So then I get on the road, whatever, get fuel again on the way up, stop at Brad's, go out to eat, go do stuff, you know what I mean? Then come over to you, get gas at Wally's, you know what I mean? Grab a whatever, you know what I mean? Like how much money like we end up putting into the economy from nothing, you know, compared to the guys that are big time freelancing and come up and grab a hotel for 10 days, fuel, this, that, food, like everything. So yeah, I mean, this whole thing is sucking and it's all politics and it sucks even more because it's pretty stupid.
Oh,
It's
it's terrible.
political shit is interfering with my hunting. Like, I got problems with that. I got major issues with that. So, what do you think, Kyle?
There's not much I can do about it. I'm just not looking forward to swinging by RCMP on the way up in June, and I'm sure I'm going to get the rubber glove treatment. So,
Oh yeah, taking guns up.
Hmm.
yeah. So,
Well, I mean, you always talk about how much fun the rubber glove treatment is, so don't lie. Like I
I'm
think
just
you
hoping
stump
Tyler's
on
going to have a couple
purpose.
ice packs for my back end, ready to go.
Ty, he always whispers to me, I like when I get stopped when I come over.
Brick.
I,
I
I
don't
already
know.
got stopped 3 times in Germany. I don't need to add more to the list this time.
Holy shit. Oh my God. See, David, this is what you get. This is what you look forward to, bro. You want to get out of soccer and do this stupid stuff. Like, come on, bro.
It's
Come on with
easier.
it. Oh, it's easier?
Easier on the body too.
Well, well, I don't know, bro. I mean, look at me and Ty. Like, listen, you don't get these kind of bodies just sitting around. Like, you gotta
No
work at
doubt,
it.
no doubt. You got to
You
really, you
gotta
got to
work.
really try to abuse yourself to get a body like this.
See, I thought in
This is
Colorado, David was auditioning for to work for Final Approach and trying to be a waiter model.
him and Mike Miller were shirtless on the podcast. Like, I'm like, bro, you don't have to make all of us look bad. I mean, Jesus. I
I
mean,
just thought it was his audition.
well, it didn't help. So I don't know what to tell you.
He was trying
It,
to drive
it,
the price up.
well, look what happened. Prices are up, stocks up, everything's up. Oh man, my head hurts from all this shit.
But
It,
is it the same for you guys? Is the disposable income like dwindling down in the U.S. as well as it is here?
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
seeing a lot of people nervous too, just because of the talk of tariff impacts with April 2nd and not knowing what's happening with reciprocal tariffs on the EU. A lot of people are just unsure. So I think some people still have disposable income. They just don't, they're sitting on it because they don't know what's coming.
Hmm.
yeah.
So
David, what are you seeing over there? You're in a totally different like area of the country for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, people aren't worried about it here. They're not worried, especially on like even back in California. Let's be honest, they're not worried
They're
about it. They're
they're not
like they there's
they got
no
money,
even during COVID when everyone like jobs were lost and everything, the
yeah,
numbers on like a lot of the refuges went up. It didn't go down. Like
right.
just for I mean in California the big thing is gas because you're driving usually like 100 plus miles and gas in California is pretty expensive.
Oh, it's stupid.
And we thought like for sure during COVID the hunters would get like knocked down. Nope. And especially now, they ain't getting knocked down. Like the guys are going. They'll find a way. They'll work extra hours just to go. Like
Hmm.
it's
You know, I said that at the turkey show at NWTF, right? Like that show is like, um, Kyle, you haven't been to that, right? Or you have?
to NWTF, no, I haven't done
Yeah.
that one yet.
Okay, so I would explain it to all you guys like as like a feeding frenzy. Like people are like ravenous with their money there. Like they come to 100% spend money and like I mean there's tire kickers and whatever, but they like get to it. So like this year I was like, man, I don't know what to expect, what's going on. Like same thing. They show up and they just go off, right? And kind of what David was saying, like somebody said to me is like, listen, if somebody hunts, no matter what they hunt, right? If they need to spend their last dollar, like they'll figure out how to spend it on something to go hunting versus whatever the hell else they need. And I think he's right. Like guys will figure out a way to spend money on what they want to do. You know what I mean? Within reason. Like obviously you got to
Hmm.
pay your bills and whatever else, but um, like Europe is having a huge increase in like their energy costs and other stuff. So their market is kind of soft right now, and everybody's kind of worried and at a standstill. So, but I think it's just different here. Like people are just the end of the world will never come here. If you ask anybody down here, they're just going for it.
this is also 2 months. Like this isn't gonna last for 12 months.
Well, we hope not.
It can't. It's
Well,
so it'll I think by the time hunting season comes along, I think it'll be business as usual for all the guys getting ready to get back after it.
I hope so. I hope so. What are you seeing on gun sales, Kyle? Are you guys everything kind of how are rifles? How are shotguns? Is everything? I know you handle international, but just in you know the whole company. So what's Weatherby? What's
They're steady. You are seeing lower price point guys aren't spending as much right now, which is why I think like some of the discretionary income, like some of those guys are holding cash temporarily.
sure
But
waiting?
yeah, I think they're just waiting and making sure nothing crazy happens. I think everybody, especially I think auto workers, stuff like that, got a little nervous with tariffs just in how
Sure.
it affect jobs. So like I think some of those guys are holding cash, but I
Yeah.
mean, if you still look at it, we're still way above 2019, and those years like 2018, 2019 were pretty slow.
Yeah.
So, but no, we're chugging along pretty well right now.
Well, like Ty, like you said, I don't think anything like once like you're talking about box of shells from, way back and when it was, right? And then COVID hits, right? That I mean that gave everybody a reason to just like supply went through the roof, or I'm sorry, demand went through the roof. They tried to catch up with supply, raise all the prices, everything went up, and then it was like, oh, box of shells is $25. Like it was just 11. Well, guess what? If you want to go, you got to buy it. And guess what? People were buying it. So, you know, nobody even blinked then. Then we come out of COVID and, as fast as it went up, nothing went down.
Oh yeah, nothing
So,
went down.
so now we're sitting here with that and now we're getting the tariff deal and the whole thing. So everything is just out of whack. So, man, it's nuts is what it is.
Yeah,
And
like
all
our outfitting sales, like we're sold out on everything. Like I don't even have a hunt to sell. Like
right.
whitetail, bears, birds, we're sold out. So, out of anything, I thought our bear hunts were going to be a little bit slower because
Right.
of what's going on right now, and that's not the case. Like we're sold out on our bears,
Yeah.
and which we're very thankful for. And
Yeah.
like even in the meat shop, like beef is at an all time high here in Canada, and normally, and when the beef prices are high, the butcher shops are a little bit slower because guys are either selling them in the stock market, kind of, or the not the stock market, the stock yards, and
Right.
and whatnot. And we've been full bore. Like we're
Yeah.
slowing down because I'm forcing us to slow down so we can go do our bear hunts.
Yeah.
It's not because there isn't the demand. So, I that stuff, but people have to eat. So, and then all our most of our hunters are Americans. So, I think with the crummy season, I think guys are just wanting to go somewhere where it's good.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. David, did I just see Nitro? Does he want to get on the podcast or what?
Yeah, he's meandering around here.
Bro, get
He's
him on the podcast. Come on.
already,
He needs to show his face. Come
he's
on.
snoozing on the ground already,
Where's Fred the homie?
just sleeping on the couch.
What's Fred, a boxer?
He's
What?
a Mexican boxer, kind of
Yeah.
little mutt.
But he's tall. He's not
Um,
like a short, like I always think boxers, like I always think Freddie's tall.
yeah,
So Tyler, it's Fred the homie. You should see him. He's comical.
he's
He is
cool.
like comedy.
Bring them up.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was gonna say
he's all
if
about the life until there's a puddle. If there's a puddle, it's a no-go. But if we're setting in like a field, time of his
Oh,
life. He's ready.
he sounds like me.
hey,
More of
if
a
you
dry. I'm more of a dry land guy now,
the
especially after the
first
way
time
I threw that. I like how I threw that snow goose decoy right on the land, and you still kept that in the video. Thanks for
well that's
that, by the
Adam.
way.
That's
I
Adam.
got I
Adam.
got a, I got a whole pile of people saying, "Wow, you really don't hunt water anymore." I can clearly tell.
That was that between that and then the damn shell bag saying there's a hole in the shell bag. Like I was pissing my pants when I saw that. I totally forgot about that. And I was like, oh my God, that's funny. God, that's funny. But talking about Fred the homie, like the first time I went out in the boat when David got his new boat and took the dogs out or whatever, like Fred is on the side of the boat, like looking over at the water, and you swear to God, he was like about to shit razor blades. Like he was just shaking like I can get but
He,
he's such a cool dog. Holy crap. Yeah. I think he almost retrieved he'll pick something up, won't he? But he just won't.
yeah, he'll pick bumpers up now.
Yeah. Oh, he will. He's full on. He's doing
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
so
If
maybe
we
a
can
bird
get
this
Fred,
year
if
will
we can get
stick.
him to pick up like one bird a year, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
He's pretty comical. So, hey, I didn't get. You should have brought Luke or Jace on the podcast and had, of course, Luke come in and just. Are they in bed already?
They are in bed. I had to put them to bed, and then I came out here to the shop so then I wouldn't bother them.
Yeah, we need to get a whole podcast with those two clowns.
Oh, I don't know if you do. I honestly
Oh yeah,
don't know if you do.
Oh, I do, for sure. I don't even know what we would talk about. You know what I mean? But it would be,
The
you want
sky
to talk
is the
about
limit with those two.
off the rails. Like I would just say, because Luke's what now? How old is he?
Oh, he's 6.
6, right? So I'd
And
be like,
Jace is turning 8 here in the summer. So
Luke, what do you want to talk about? I don't know, Mario. Let's talk about cars. That's what he'd
oh
probably
no,
do that.
he's a celebrity now. He's a celebrity now. So he's on the final approach stuff, and then we're at the I told Mario this. We're at the
Oh
RM
yeah, listen to
convention here
this.
in
You'll love
Saskatoon,
this.
and there was another outfitting guy I know, and you're not supposed to have kids at this trade show, but I'm like, I got to go to the town, and I got Luke, so I'm taking him. He can look at the trucks and whatnot, and we can talk to some guys there. And the guy's like, hey, are you Jace or Luke? He's like, my name's Luke. And the guy's like, oh, I see you all the time on the final approach stuff. He's like, yeah. And the guy's like, yeah, you like hunting? Of course. Like it was like he was like he gets this all the time. He's a celebrity, and he's 6 years old. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, they're both amped up here. We were unloading bear bait tonight, and I think they're in a candy coma in the house because they've ate so much marshmallows and licorice.
Oh my God.
So
Got to keep him out
That's
of
all
there.
right. My skull comes back next week from the bear I shot up last year with you, Tyler.
yeah,
The girls are going to make a fake Twizzler to put in his mouth since I shot him with that red vine in his mouth.
that's perfect. That's perfect. They
Get some
love
pictures of that.
Twizzlers.
Yeah. So yeah, so Luke was like taking over the show down there, and like he was the
Oh
main
yeah,
outfit. Like he was the
oh yeah.
guy. He
Everybody
was
knew
like
him.
yeah, he was asking like, oh, is that guy Birds? Come on now, like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like checking
Yeah.
everybody out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're comical. So, but yeah.
Oh
Who
my
knows?
God.
Who knows with them? But yeah, if you want to do one, we could arrange that.
Oh my God, I think we have to because I think that would just be well, it'd be off the rails in 2 minutes, like literally. So
I don't think it'd
I
even
think
take 2 minutes with those guys.
yeah, I
No.
mean, the first thing like comes out of Luke's mouth is just probably gonna just shut us down right there, just as soon as he
Oh, for
starts.
sure.
I can't wait. Yeah, we need to do it maybe. Um, so I don't know what. So let's maybe say something that's what was a bright spot this year. We'll start with you, Ty. Any memory? Because listen, it's obviously not about the piles all the time and everything else. So how about a couple things that were pretty killer this year for you?
Mm, like not to do with like I hunted with Jason Luke this year for deer, and
There
that
you
was really cool.
Yeah,
Um, Sitting with the boys that shot a good deer, and
yeah,
so that was really cool. And the boys have been getting in more into outfitting stuff. I know they're young, but feeding
yeah,
bears, and Jace is getting pretty tall now, so he was manhandling some barrels around the other day. So that to me is that they're a part of it, and
yeah.
they like it
That's
is really big, in my opinion. um as far as the waterfowl, like we had some really good hunts. um we I don't know, we really, like, for not having a pile of snow geese, we really had some epic, like really epic snow hunts. And I don't know if that's like we're kind of picking and choosing a little more, or we're running a really big full body rig now, so I don't know if that's changing it a little bit for us. But that was really epic on the snow part for us.
Well, I
um
think you're picking your days better, is what I think. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because because before you were just like, hey, we shot all our ducks and our darks in the morning or whatever.
yeah,
We have to go for snows tonight, so let's just go. Whereas now you're like, okay, we shot our ducks in the morning, like it's gonna blow this afternoon or tomorrow or whenever. That's when we're gonna go for snows. Like that,
yeah.
I think that just from looking on the outside, I think that's made a difference on your snow numbers.
Oh, for sure. And I like I said, like nothing with socks or silhouettes or nothing, but our full body rig is I think it's way better for us, especially like on the non-windy days or whatever. But it's a lot of, it's a lot of money and a lot of work to set a big
Yeah.
full body rig all the time because we're mobile, right?
Yeah.
So that was really memorable. Yeah, I think those were like that would be my.
Well, and then you guys shot a lot of hybrids this year. Let me
Oh
give me some
yeah,
info of that because we shot that blue lesser. What the hell was that? Was that a snow and a lesser, or I don't remember what
yeah,
that
that
was.
was a blue. Yeah, it was blue and a lesser. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe page. I'm looking to for some support for my taxidermy bill this year for all those birds. It's quite big. So I would like a GoFundMe here. There will be a link in the bio here. You can click
There'll be
on
a
it,
link
donate
below.
what you want. Yeah, link
Just
below,
click on
right down there. But no, we shot quite a few. It was actually a lot of lesser
Yes,
crosses. We
mixes.
got
Right.
like, and which was crazy because it wasn't the same flock, it wasn't the
Right.
same area, it was
Time of
all
year.
different. Yeah, it was all different throughout the year. I think we shot, I want to say 5 or 6 different ones. We had one we shot and we lost, which was really cool. But yeah, they're down at Clarkie's getting mounted, and they'll be
Yeah.
in when they're back here at the lodge. We'll let everybody know, see them. But
Yeah, we'll
it
talk
that
about
was
it.
really
Come up
like it
for
was
sure.
it was unbelievable. Like and we were picking them out, like they were decoying and we were picking them out. Um, so that was really cool. Bands were not that great, and our crane numbers were terrible this year. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like yeah, the hybrid lessers would be, yeah. I forgot about that, but yeah, hybrid lessers, that was pretty
That was pretty cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, what about David? You have a couple things in mind, or Kyle? Either one of you guys want to go? David, you want to go? You got a couple things. You got to look at the bright spots.
Bright spots. I think one bright spot every year is going out to Tom's and going out there to hunt. Because I mean, back-to-back years we go out there and we could say down year, this, that, not good weather, set day. We don't pick the day really. We go
How big
out.
is that place? How big is that place? So Ty,
Big.
this is the guy that literally owns his own island down in the Delta
Yeah.
in Cali. It's about 2 hours south of you, give
Yeah,
or
it's
take.
yeah, it's about 90 miles from my
And
spot.
I'm saying it's like thousands of acres.
Oh
It's
yeah,
big.
like comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what do you think, Kyle? You were there.
I don't know. I was so tired. Yeah, we got on the island. We
Like
still had
it's
to drive home.
miles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's big.
miles. And here's the other thing, like so I just want to top some that you're gonna say, and we'll talk about it. But this place is incredible. But we also like went and scouted a couple other places that were maybe not as big or close, and I mean not far from it,
Yeah.
and had hardly any birds on it. Like this place is so set up for waterfowl, like you would lose your mind,
Yeah.
Mm.
right?
It's made, maintained. Whole purpose in life is waterfowl.
Birds. Yeah.
And when you drive on the island, like it's clear. Like there could be no bird someplace else, and you drive on this island and it's stacked. You may not shoot them the next day, it just depends on the weather and everything, but like
Right.
there's always a chance. Like it's nice.
It's unreal. Like, I've been to some places for sure, and what David's talking about is 100%. Like, I've never seen a place like that, been to a place like that, the history there, how old like the clubhouse is, how long this place has been going and hunted, and just the sheer number of birds on this place is just like it is like a refuge, like all the way around. And it's
Yeah.
just absolutely dumb. Yeah. And it's not easy because it is so big.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any place else. You're not going to walk on there and like guaranteed to go hammer them. It's not how it works. Like, you still have to do the work, still have to pick the right days. Um,
Yeah, I mean, how long did we sit there and go, are we going here? Are we going here? And we sat there for a good 30 minutes, like, I don't want to say arguing, but like everybody's picking their points and going, Steve's talking, you're talking, I'm talking, we're just going back and forth on what we're going to do. And then we finally decide where we're going. And it's like, you know, I think that's the right choice, but you never know.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's always a fun hunt.
for sure,
This year was more mixed bag, ducks, geese,
for sure,
water,
for sure. It
different
was
than
a
last
killer.
year.
Yeah, it
Um,
was killer.
Nitro's retrieve on that hunt. That was probably one of the highlights of the year. That was a good one.
That was pretty good.
And
That was
then
really good.
I think
Yeah.
what else? I mean, we travel a lot, so anytime you get on a trip, trips are always fun. I mean,
Yeah.
some trips you go out there and smash them,
Mike
some
Miller
you
getting
don't.
too
It's
drunk.
just what it is.
Mike Miller getting too drunk the first night of the trip. Yeah.
And
And
not
and
drinking the rest of the trip,
and
class.
being in the oh, that was brutal.
Uh,
What about you, Kyle? What do you got?
Uh, Shooting canvasbacks. That was definitely, I hadn't got to do that for a while, so that was fun.
Uh,
Um, back to back days with limits of cans and just sit there, picking bull drakes. That was fun. Um, had a good little water hunt on a river spot of,
mm,
but shot only side by sides, small
that's
gauge
cool.
stuff, and that was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good change of pace. Working them in real tight. We used a different spot than where I took you, but a little bit further up, and you were actually elevated above the decoys more,
So just
so made for
popping down at him.
completely different shooting. So that and then David's cooking. I mean, you can't go wrong.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely shout out to that. Hey, Ty, if we're ever in a pinch, right here's your chef right here. Chef and guide right here. This guy.
Chef and guide.
Bro,
that's
like no bullshit, like not even playing. Like,
that sounds
you
like
know,
no sleep. That's what
So that
that's
is
That
zero.
is
That is
literally no
negative
sleep.
sleep.
that
Negative
is
sleep.
negative.
Yeah.
You're going from 3 hours sleep to zero sleep.
You're gonna go
Yeah.
back in time by the time you're finished.
uh,
You ain't lying.
yeah, you can get him a job. We gotta get another camp. Let's go.
We're also looking for funding for that too. So if you're, we'll put the link in the bio there too. So
Hey, down below.
down below.
Oh
Um,
shoot.
I would say, obviously the traveling and screwing off is like the best. Like when I drive up to start the whole year up to you, that's fun, without a doubt. As far as bird numbers, me and Brad Fenson had like two absolute smoker snow that I probably never have. Well, I don't know if I'll ever have it again, but it was 290 and then it was 190
It's a
like
big
back to
number.
back like that's just stupid.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I mean, the second night I wasn't even, I stopped shooting. I just started running the dog, and the birds didn't even care that I was standing up behind everybody, just running jet. Like they give two shits, like I was there. So I just kept going. Um, that was pretty cool. Um, Cole got into it, so my son got into it pretty good this year because all his buddies at school were like, "Hey, can your dad take us like duck hunting?" And I'm like, and then Cole's like, "Hey," because David, you were already kind of almost back to practice when they like
Yeah.
after we came back from Cali, you had to go get married, bro. There you go.
Oh yeah. I like how he left that off of the highlights of his season.
Duck
Well, we were
season.
talking duck hunting stuff.
Talking about duck season.
That was
Yeah,
the
we were
end of
talking.
duck season for him.
Yeah,
And
we
no
were
It
talking
duck.
literally was. We finished the California trip. I got on the flight the next day
right to Mexico.
to Mexico.
So yeah, so you were back, and then him and his buddies like got into it. So then it was just like dragging them all around here. So that was fun. I mean, that was like, finally I got to like, I was kind of cool for a while. You know what I mean? Dad's cool because he's got pretty good spots, and they're shooting birds, and so it was pretty cool. So that was pretty epic. Going over to Mike Miller's in Colorado and spending time with that clown. I've known him for, oh my God, forever, like almost 20 years. So that goes way back. So yeah, we've had some pretty good trips and some fun stuff. And it's, you know, I mean, that's what keeps you going. The good or bad days or whatever, just the traveling and the screwing off and everybody else. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was, the numbers weren't there this year. The migration, it was frustrating. Like, it was like every time you turned around, like something else was going wrong or whatever. And it's like you take one step forward and then you take four back and you're like, I don't know. There was a couple mornings definitely. Like once you went back to Cali or once you went back to work, I was like that month of January, I was like, I wake up to go hunt and it's like pouring. And I'm like, I know we're not gonna shoot shit today. I'm just gonna roll over. Like and I'm not a quitter, but there was a couple days where I just went, you know what? Time is probably better served here sleeping,
That fucking happens.
you
Pretty
know, happens to the best of us. Like, I didn't think it would happen to me, but like last year, it definitely got me a couple times. So whatever. So hopefully we turn it around and we go into, we go into this year a little bit better. But I don't think, guys are chasing right now in the spring, and I'm already hearing stories on how bad it is. And I'm just like, you know, if you thought fall was screwed, why would you even think that spring wasn't going to be worse? Like David, what like when those guys go for the Cali hunt, like was it a banger like it always is, like that couple day season or whatever?
No, there's like a 5 day late season, but like it's also super, super weather dependent.
Right,
Like
right.
it's if you don't have weather during the 5 days, you're hosed. Like if it heats up on what
You're
like
done.
if you start on Wednesday, if it heats up on Monday and every goose blows out of the valley, you might as well just sleep in and just hang out. But like it got super wet, and I think they had one decent day, one shit day, and they just packed it in after that. Because it's like I'm not waking up at 2:30 to go out there and just for nothing. So
Well, and I think,
tough.
you know, like like that Missouri corridor, like they're up and then it snows and then they're back and then they're down in Louisiana because it snowed in Arkansas and then it froze and then they're back and then it's up. And
Yeah.
it's like they're gonna get to a point, like Ty, you see that because you're at the end, right? Like when they get to a point where they need to get north, like they are like if they get an opening, they are gone. They don't care if there's 2 million spreads from here to wherever. Like they're just going past everybody. They give two shits.
Yeah, we're not going to have any sheet water this year. Like the little bit of snow we have, we'll probably be out of snow. And like if the weather stays it is, the weatherman's always wrong. But the next 2 weeks we'll be out, and we're not going to see a snow goose till I don't know where they're at right now, but like southern Saskatchewan doesn't have much snow. Where I was today, a couple hours from here, you could see the crops in the fields. You can't sled, so they'll be out of snow here before we are. And
But the
you
Dakotas
know,
had snow. They just got a snowstorm through there like a little bit ago, like probably the same shit that Kyle got. You know what I mean?
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where they're at, but like we're not like I'm not like I'm kind of glad we got bears because not that I don't like chasing snows because we
Right.
do,
Yeah.
but if we don't have sheet water here,
It's a no-go.
it's pretty tough. It's a pretty, and it depends on the year, and maybe we'll be stacked with them, but the trailer will be hooked up if we need to. But
Yeah.
you know, I don't see it where we are. Southern
Yeah.
Saskatchewan will be a little bit different, but like where we are, we're at the tree line, and we'll shoot some, but it'll be
Yeah.
tough. You
Yeah.
know,
Hmm. Kyle, you haven't talked to Mike Miller. He was going to call if birds came through Colorado or nothing, but I don't know where they are. Like looking at my watch going, I don't know if they're even gonna stop there.
I don't know. So like that's the thing for me is it's obviously not been a good snow season so far because usually by now I'd have had, 5 phone calls about how guys are crushing them and, pics, hitting the phone. It's pretty radio silent right now. I know a couple guys that went and they had a pretty slow hunt. They shot like not what I would be, talking about really. Like, I mean, we're talking not even hitting double digits on it. So, um, yeah, I'm just kind of like I don't know where they're at right now. The snows. I haven't been paying attention since I've been traveling too much, but usually I would have heard something if it's something was heating up.
Right. Time for turkeys, bears, fishing, soccer,
Yeah, I was loading ammo for the bear rifle, so
Mm-mm.
and whatever else. Sitting on the couch. I don't know.
Dog training.
And oh yes, and dog training. Like for yes, please.
yeah, and you got to go
I
find a female for nitro. I'm still waiting here, bud.
actually might have a dog that needs a new home on the West Coast, actually. Decent dog.
Really?
He actually
How
called
old?
me about it. I think it's like three.
There you go, Kyle.
Mm.
Washout or no?
No, illness in the family.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
lady's husband came down pretty ill, so looking
Oh,
for
that
a
sucks. That sucks.
rehoming. Yeah.
Field trial like nitro.
hmm
Mm.
Actually, I was meant to call her today. I'll call her tomorrow.
Yeah, find out. Holy God, Kyle, you'll get yourself a freaking furry robot.
Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. The other one right now has been on a tear, so I'm sure right now my wife is excited about another dog.
Perfect. Timing.
Just don't tell her. Just don't tell her.
If you just
How I,
show
She'll
what I
up,
do
never
with them.
know.
That's
just
what I did
show
with the
up.
last one, and it hasn't worked out well.
Hey,
Ah,
happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day. Sum it up.
Oh yeah. She'll
Yeah,
love
that'll
that.
be perfect. Look what I got you.
yeah.
Just what I
yeah.
wanted. Just what I
I
wanted.
should probably actually go look at when Mother's Day is on the calendar and make sure I'm home this time.
Oh my God.
Good
Yeah, like
start usually.
that. Yeah, that is a good start. There you
Start.
go.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Kind of set the
plus.
bar pretty low last year, so we'll fix it this year.
Where were you last year in Mother's Day? Where were you?
Think I was at a shotgun event shooting guns.
Yeah, go
No
figure.
respect.
No,
Kids today. Oh,
honestly, like my youngest, her birthday is so close to Father's Day. There is no Father's Day. It's just Ainsley's
it's
birthday.
just,
It's
yeah,
her
well, yeah, of course it is.
birthday every time. Yeah, it's
You're
fine.
learning.
Yeah, it's Hallmark
Hey,
holiday. No one cares.
well, welcome to it, bro. Like, get pushed aside. David's not there yet. That's coming. He'll get it.
Couple more months.
Oh, give him
Couple
time.
more months. Make sure the kid's born outside of duck season.
Got it.
That's that
There
is
you
a
go.
that is a key part there.
That
Thinking
is,
Hmm.
about it.
Now you know why both my daughters were born in June.
Yeah, like a March is great. Just not. You don't want like first week of February. That's too close. March
Yeah.
is end of February.
See, June is far enough away from snows, turkeys, bears, and then everything else is in the fall, so I don't have to worry.
yep, everything was planned around duck season in this household, so for sure.
Not planned around it, but it's just make sure the schedules all work.
Yeah.
It was planned, bro. It was planned around that. I can tell you that. So, all right, well, cool. I mean, I just figured we'd get everybody on the horn and BS and cry in our cry in our Tim Hortons coffee. You could cry in your water or your whatever
He's
your.
probably a Starbucks guy. He lives in
No,
California now.
he's not
He's
even a. I don't
Starbucks.
even think he's a coffee guy, really, huh, David?
I have coffee like I drink coffee in the morning, but just like simple black coffee. I'm cool, easy. I don't
He'll
get
have
the
I'm
some
about the same. I'm about the same. Just about 3 pots
hot.
of black coffee a day. It's mint. It's great for your heart.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like David when he's on snow goose season. How many energy drinks did we drink that day?
a lot.
Yeah,
I love chasing those things. I'm ready for that.
No.
yeah, you can keep them. You can keep them. All right. Any final words before the ship goes down?
Hopefully this year's better.
Yeah.
Hope this year's better. I
Just what
second
you
that.
just need weather. Just need
Yeah,
weather.
I agree. I agree. Kyle, what about you?
Make migration great again.
I
Make
want
the
to
You
ducks
got you got to
migrate
put
again.
tariffs on it. You got to put tariffs on it.
I
It'll
want to
fix
Hey,
itself.
I want
It'll
a red
balance out.
hat.
You tariff
what do
them
you
on
want,
the way
David?
down, I'll tariff them on the way back.
I
Yeah.
want a red hat. Make migration great again with a big American flag on it. That's what I want.
So, so if you guys tax the ducks, if you guys put a tariff on the ducks coming down, so if you put a 20% on the ducks coming down, do we just put a 20% on them coming back up? And then
No,
Well,
hopefully we
30.
shoot more, so then there's not as many coming back up, so the tariff's lower.
you can put all the tariffs you want on. I've already got a crew of guys up here, and we're building a wall. They're not going to migrate. They're going to stay.
You're such an asswipe. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. All right. Listen, big shout outs to everybody that makes the podcast go. Of course, Weatherby, Federal Ammunition, the guy down there in the corner with the fancy the world class beard, Saskatchewan Goose Company, Loophole, Roger Sporting Goods, all those good partners that we got, and thanks to Adam for filming everything because he has to put up with all our shit. So big shout outs to him for sure. Huh?
He loves us.
Yeah, well, maybe you guys. He's had enough of me, I'm sure. But
Guaranteed.
yeah, hey, it's enough of that. I appreciate everybody for joining the podcast. Hope you learned something and hopefully didn't make you dumber. So hopefully that was good. And we'll have to jump on again when we heat up and get going for the season. So, and then we'll have to get Luke and Jace on for sure. So
Sounds like a plan.
awesome. You guys are awesome. If you want to hit up our socials, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to that where you can see more of this nonsense and hear about everything and see everything. Go subscribe where we would love for you to join the channel. All the social pages, hit us up on fabrand.com. And if you got comments, questions, you want to see something, hear something, you want us to do something, we're all about it. Let us know. We're pretty easy on that. So that's where we're at. Appreciate everybody checking us out. That's the podcast for today.